Hello, welcome, my dear friend. Welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today's practice, heavily requested, is designed for sweet belly relief. Yes, that kind. So whether you're bloated, gassy, or just need to move something around, this is the practice for you. So judgment-free zone, positive attitude, right? We're just here to merely let it go, release what you need to. Grab blocks if you need. We'll stay closer to the floor. I want you to really focus on connecting to your breath, utilizing your breath as the tool that it is to wring out and aid in your body's natural process. So whenever you're ready, we get started in a nice, easy seat. Thanks for stopping by. So beginning today, we are going to just give yourself a moment to let your belly hang out, right? Sometimes, especially I feel like us women, we tend to want to really suck and hold everything in all the time. So consciously give yourself this first minute to simply relax. Let your belly hang, let it go, allow it to take up the space and give it the space it needs to start moving some things around. Okay, so we're beginning in an easy seat. Just letting yourself hang out. No judgment here. Who cares what you look like? Connecting to the breath. Letting it really, really fill the belly on the inhale. Let it become round. Maybe feel full. And then start extracting it, pulling the navel into the spine on the exhale. Beginning this process of wringing it out, of release. Right? So our body does a lot for us without us asking, but we can help. So we can take your hands to your lower abdomen if you like. Maybe give yourself a loving breath, maybe a gentle massage. Sometimes that really helps. Life hack. Move things around when they won't move around for you by themselves. So nothing too painful, just kind of a gentle poke, prod, massage there. Start to move everything around. And know that any sounds that may elicit from this practice are completely normal. In fact, that's what we want. So gaze down to your belly, send your belly a nice loving, loving breath before we begin. So coming up to a neutral spine, we're going to warm up through the back with some gentle twists and side stretches. So inhale, lift the chest high, extend through the spine, and exhale, just gently twist to the right side. So reaching that right hand back, left can come to the knee, wherever feels comfortable. Finding a gentle twist here, taking your awareness to the lower spine. Maybe deepening this, walking the hand back a little bit further. Back through center. Taking a side stretch over to the right side. So left arm reaches high. Feel a nice long line from fingertips all the way down side body. Back through center. An in breath to lift up. And your out breath to squeeze over to the left. Back through center, and right arm reaches overhead. All right, coming back up, taking that one more time, just one breath each. So inhale, lift. Exhale, twist to the right. Really expel all the breath out. Center. Left arm reaches up. Inhale. One breath here. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Center. Right arm reaches up. Beautiful. And if you're facing the long edge of the mat like I was, turn to the front. We are coming to start this practice kind of on our backs, then we get up, and then we go back on our back. A lot of these postures that can really help, you can do while laying down. It's very convenient. So extending the left leg, the right hugging into the chest. Let your body do what it needs to do. If you need to just hold yourself here, that's fine. If you need maybe a little bit of a gentle movement from side to side, find what feels good. Anything to help stir this up, right? Another breath. And then carefully switch, hugging the left knee in, finding what feels good on this side. Beautiful. This time, reach the right knee in, draw it in, give yourself a nice hug. Maybe lift the forehead up to the knees, really squeeze yourself in here. And then extend, planting the feet hip distance apart, arms lie by the sides, palms face down. Taking some bridge raises. So on your exhale, squeeze through the hips, send the hips up, hold here, 1, 2, and release. Doing that 5 times. So exhale, send the hips up, nice and strong, and release. Moving with your breath, taking your time, keeping your awareness on your focus area. Grounding down through the feet and the hands. Beautiful. Squeezing at the top on your 5th one. And then exhale. Drop the hips, send the feet up. We're going to feel the lower back here. So happy baby. Reach for the feet, the ankles, wrapping peace fingers around big toes. If you want a towel or a strap here to wrap around the foot, go ahead, make it more accessible. Allow yourself to rock and roll around. We're going to stay here for a little bit. This is a really, really relieving posture. I mean, just look at what this looks like, right? Picture on your exhales all of your gases, your tension, everything you need to release. Let it go. Maybe you physically do. If you hear it, that's fine. Celebrate it. Okay? We're not embarrassed. That's what we're here for. Remembering to breathe nice and deep into the belly, nice and easy. Finding a gentle rocking motion, side to side. And if you want, we're coming up to sit on the bum, so you can use your feet to kind of rock you up. Beautiful. All right, coming into a nice staff pose. So flex the feet. You can bend the knees if you need to a little bit. Again, we're going to let the belly meet the thighs. So really fold over, okay? Let it become big, round. Let it do its thing. Nice, deep, loving breaths. Releasing on the exhale. Find one more nice, calm breath here before we lift back up. Connect to the core. Begin to lift the heels off the mat, coming into boat pose. So squeeze the knees into the navel. Start to use those abdominal muscles. As we use them, begin to move them around, make them work. Let's make them work for us, okay? So we're holding, we're strong, we're lifting up even closer. If you feel yourself starting to quake, that's good. That's progress, baby. That's what we're here for. 3, 2, 1. Cross your feet at the ankles, easy seat. You can find a few little hip circles here as we come into a seated cat-cow. My gas is coming up the other way. Mine's kind of burping up here, which that is a positive too. Maybe you're not letting it rip one way, you're letting it rip another way. Like we said, no judgment. All right. So coming into your version of this seated cat-cow, seated spinal roll activation. Ooh, yeah, maybe you're hearing some noises. Make sure you're checking into your body throughout this practice, modifying anything you need to. We really want to make sure we work through the spine. Anatomically, that makes sense. All right. Finish up wherever you were. Come into a neutral spine, feeling maybe a little more loosened up. Make your way onto all fours, tabletop. So again, we want to connect to the core, connect to your breath. Take these movements in your time. Okay, so from here, tabletop, ground down through the hands. We are going to find a little tiger curl flow. Okay, so on your inhale, ground down through the hands. Kick that right leg back up as you gaze up at the ceiling. So a big curvature of the back of the belly, and exhale, knee to nose. Taking 5 of these. So inhale, big. Exhale, round. Take your time with these. Pay attention to the sensations going on in your body. And as you complete your 5th, we're going to carefully step up and lift up, tucking the back toes into a nice high lunge. So lifting that back knee, find your stability. Inhale, sweep the arms up, reach that back heel back. Nice long lines, nice and sturdy. Inhale, drop the shoulders. Exhale, palms meet, twist to the right. Inhale again. Twist. The opposite knee meets opposite elbow. Beautiful. One more time. Big inhale. This time we're going to hold the twist, exhale. So really using that elbow to press on the outside of the knee, pressing the hands together, really deepening this twist. Gazing up or behind you, hold here, nice and steady. Beautiful. Exhale carefully, return back through center, nice and strong. Drop the back knee, coming into a little lizard lunge. So your hands come on the inside of the foot. We can turn out onto the edge of the foot if you'd like. And find your level here. Maybe you want to have a block. Maybe you're all the way down on your hands, you're on fingertips. Maybe you're down here on your elbows, out here. What feels good to you? So play around in this shape here. Find what your body needs, maybe a mixture of a few of them. All right, find some space for yourself to be just as you are. A few more breaths, let it all hang. All right, and when you're ready, kind of carefully come back up onto the foot, come back into half split. So send the hips back, flex this right foot back at your face, and reach your chest with a nice flat back towards the foot. Holding here, breathing here. On this next exhale, make sure you have your left fingertips planted on your inhale. Reach the right arm up, finding another big twist. Exhale, return. And slide that foot back, coming back into tabletop. Other side. All right, so hands are underneath the shoulders. Find your position. Inhale, kick the left leg back up. And exhale, round. See if you can make these movements as controlled as possible. And I'm not sure if I did an extra one, I might not have. But when you are finished with your fifth, no rush, take your time. We step up, come slowly in through our high lunge. Inhale, we meet. Shoulders down. Nice long lines. And exhale, twist to the left, hands to heart. Inhale, back up to center. Big breaths. Remember, exhale. Wring it out. Last one, and we hold. Beautiful. No force. Let gravity, let the gentle openness of your breath move you a little bit further. And last one, end it strong. Exhale, frame that left foot coming into your version of your lizard. Whatever that looks like to you, my dearest. And it may look a little different or feel a little different on the other side, and that's okay too. Settling in. coming back to the feeling of your body, the sound of your breath, if your mind begins to wander. It happens to all of us. And that's what this practice is about. Finding another last breath here in your lizard. And making your way into your half splits when you're ready. Nice square hips. Flexing those beautiful toes back of your face. Lifting up onto blocks, onto the shin. Maybe using no hands if we're getting fancy today. If we're feeling fancy. And exhale, right fingertips find the mat. Inhale, left peels up. Okay, shifting your weight back onto your left foot, this time stepping up to the front of the mat, or wherever you want, really. Coming into a Malasana, a squat. Let's open those hips up a little bit more. A little bit more. We can use all the help we can get, right? Hands come together, using them to press the elbows into the knees. And again, we can place a block underneath the heels, underneath the hips if we can't reach. I do suggest maybe kind of rocking side to side, grabbing a hold of whatever you can just to open. Find some space, find some movement. And we can stay here. Maybe we add in some side stretches, some flare. Any extra movements, any extra twisting is all going to help flush everything out. Move it around. That's always the name of the game. Whenever we're feeling stuck, if it's mental or if it's physical in our bodies, the best thing we can do is move it around. Move the energy around. All right, find one last big breath here. Really sink those hips down, down, down. And then coming onto the belly. Coming onto the belly before we go on the back. Lying down on the mat. Extend the legs behind you, arms in front, palms face down. So inhale and exhale, release. We're going to come into some Superman holds, okay? So inhale and exhale, squeeze and send the arms and legs up. Hold here, 3, 2, 1, release. 2 more of those. And go. Squeeze everything, hold everything. We want to be situated right on our stomachs. And release. So this is like an internal abdominal organ massage. Exhale and lift, go. Squeeze, give it everything you got. Breathe. Beautiful. All right, plant the hands and send the hips back. Coming into a like extended child pose, little flow. So you want your hands way above you. But we want the hips out a little bit. So this is another intuitive movement. So it's kind of a little bit of a spinal roll. You can take it as a child pose to like cobra, frog flow. This is the free movement portion of the practice. Okay, so any way that feels good to you, that we can get a few more seconds of movement in. before we find another static stretch. And we go on our backs. All right, and keep moving and grooving. And if that moving and grooving ain't grooving for you, then we're going to come into frog pose. So extending the knees out wider than your yoga mat, trying to align your heels with your knees, flexing the feet out to the sides, and use your hands to press the hips back. So this is a very deep inner groin stretch. Stop where your body tells you to. Maybe a little rocking motion will help. This posture is good for so many things, not just indigestion and bloated belliness. Take a few seconds to just breathe. And I want to make sure to preface to carefully unravel from this pose. So carefully take your knees in. Slow intentional movements coming onto the back. So lying back on the back. Again. Okay. All right, so extending the legs out. We're going to find a slower part of this practice, the last few movements. So take the knees in and find a big twist. Let them drop to the left side and let the right arm extend over to the right. Find a natural twist here, one that you can lay in for a minute or two. We found some movement, some fiery intention, so now it's time to slow down. Let all of the benefits that you may already be feeling or hearing seep into your body. Let it reap its reward. Noticing your breath. And rolling onto the back, hugging the knees back in. Exhale, let them drop to the right side as you twist over your left shoulder. Coming back into the present moment with the sound of your breath. You're still here, you're still on your mat. This time is still for you. Allow yourself to be here fully. And on your next breath, carefully roll over. And I invite you to extend the legs and the arms, maybe just the legs, up towards the ceiling to kind of flush everything back up to the center, to put a little punctuating effect on all that we did. Let it all recirculate. Let this be the final piece of the puzzle that brings it all together. letting your belly just hang out, breathe easily, naturally. And making your way into your final resting position. My recommendation is a reclined butterfly, but do as you wish. Find a child pose, corpse pose, what have you. And let all of your muscles begin to relax, releasing any tension you may still be holding in the lower part of your abdominals. Releasing anything we may have stirred up inside you. Let it out, let it go. Perhaps take your hands to your belly if you can, and see if you can feel the inner workings. All the parts moving around, all the ways your body takes care of you. This beautiful mechanism that we get to call our vessel. Send it a moment of gratitude for working so hard. Find a few more deep breaths, filling your nostrils and allowing the breath to exit fully. And as you begin to come out of your final resting position, I want to just say that you did it. Whether you moved energy, gas, or just your mood around today, you committed to your practice and you deserve a little pat on the back. And if you end up letting one rip, well done. I would love to know how this practice went for you, and I look forward to the next time we meet on the mat.